Hello and welcome to Northeastern's Cabot Center for the 4th annual MLK Invitational. We've got a good one today between the Duxbury Dragons and the Brighton Bengals, a matchup of two very contrasting styles. My name is Seth Orensky, joined by Pat Flaherty. One team at 3-8, the other at 9-3. Both teams, though, came in with high expectations, so it could be a huge opportunity for Duxbury if they can win this game. Working against this 2-3 zone, Suffolk stayed in the zone pretty much the whole half. Ulysses 3 is up front rim, no good. Young with the putback. Gregory Young, his second highlight reel dunk of this first half, has the half-court line, being guarded there by McCarron with 7. Geary, a little bit of space. Rivera chucks up the 3, drains it, and we head to the fourth, tied 53 apiece. Sanchez splits the double team all the way to the tin, the scoop and the hoop. It's 59-32 Beacons. Preston working against Mike Campbell. Down low for Lindo. Lindo triple team, swings it out top, and it's a wide open 3 for Shiro, and another one. He's 5 of 5, and the lead is 2 for Eastern. Controlled by Matthew Eason. Down low for Williams. Stripped of the ball by Sanders, and the Beacons looking to push. 3-on-2 opportunity. Barnes across for Kirksey. Draws the contact and one. Wide open Geary looking for the lead. Nothing but net. It's 55-52 Duxbury. Williams to the near side for Abdur Roof. Kicks it out. Sinelli to steal. He's got Lee running to his right. He's going to take it all the way. Right hand slam. The Beacons lead 27-25. Pine Manor providing some full court pressure. Curtis Hyman back in there with his 4 fouls. The Beacons will go with Sanchez, Lee, Kirksey, Sinelli, and Freeman. 3 freshmen and 2 seniors here, down by 8. Lee not moving quickly here with 15 on the shot clock, 2:26 to go. Lee near side for Sanchez from the wing, can't finish. Sinelli taps the rebound back out to Alex, not looking for the 3. His teammates were asking for it. Beacons really don't have a 3-point shooter out there except for Kirksey. Kirksey has to pull up, needs help, finds Lee with 16. Already 40 seconds have elapsed though on this possession with no points. Lee drives on Roberson, gets caught up in the air, and one. Somehow Lee able to finish.
I mean, if that isn't the player to watch tonight, I don't know who is. He looks great out on the floor. Obviously, a career game, coming off a career game. That was a huge basket for Ty Lee, my player of the game.
Just the second on Roberson, but the 10th on the team. Gauss will check back in. Pine Manor going bigger right now. Also remember, Gauss and Hyman, 2 of the better free throw shooters. You want to foul the small guys, not the big guys on Pine Manor. Lee, too strong on the free throw. 2 minutes exactly to go. It's a 2-possession game, 77-71 in favor of Pine Manor. Sinelli waiting to check back in. Powers and Barnes just checked in. Rosario off the mark, out of bounds, off Pine Manor.
And the ref looked confident with that call, pointing the other way with conviction.
Always like to see that. Kirksey will check out. Sinelli back in there. Sinelli's been the Beacons' best offensive player outside of Lee over the past couple minutes. Lee all the way to the tin, the up and under, and it's a 4-point game with 1:40 to play. The Beacons do not need to foul yet, but the next Beacons foul, unless it's a shooting foul, just a 1-and-1, could be interesting in the back of the mind there of Jason Harris. 20 on the shot clock. Roberson out wide for Rosario. He's going to take a rare 3. Too strong. Rebound loose. And Lee has it. It comes out of his hands. Out of bounds off of Josh Gauss. That one was a 50-50 call.
Yeah, that was an interesting call to say the least. I thought it went the other way, but I could be mistaken.
You saw Lee trying to grip it to his shoulder. Gauss tapped it out.
But Lee confidently didn't really go after the ball, which I think he kind of sold it to the ref.
Yeah, Ty Lee, a player who plays beyond his years, was the all-captain senior last year of New Mission High School. Freeman finishes over Gauss after Powers lost it into Freeman's hands. 2-point game now with 1:01 to go. 77-75 in favor of Pine Manor. The scoreboard shows 77-73. Everyone else knows what's going on. 50 seconds to go. 15 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Roberson with Sanchez waiting about 6 feet away. The top scorer on Pine Manor. Down low for Gauss. Drives around Freeman. Off the glass and good. Huge basket for the sophomore Josh Gauss. Forces the Beacons timeout. 79-75 Pine Manor. 39.8 seconds to go, and we're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at, do you foul, Gauss, right there. I mean, a wide open lay-in. You can't let him get the 2 points right there. I'd rather send him to the line and make him earn the 2 points than just giving him a wide open lay-in.
It shows how confident Tank Roberson is in his teammates that he gave the ball up there. He's a guy who averages close to 20 points per game, 17 shots per game. That's a guy who's a high-volume scorer, and yet he gave it up to Gauss, who's just a sophomore, has started only 3 games this year. It's his first year with the team, but 7.9 points per game, a pretty high field goal percentage, and a huge basket for Gauss, who's played a lot more minutes than normal with all the foul trouble to the other bigs.
And another name to mention is Rashid Bell from East Boston, Massachusetts. He hasn't had a big three-pointer in a while, but he did knock down a couple that really separated Pine Manor from UMass Boston.
Yeah, back-to-back triples from the top of the key that pushed the lead out to 8 to 9 and then 8. The Meekins had cut it to 2. Not sure why UMass Boston, it must have been a Pine Manor timeout, otherwise the Meekins would have advanced it here. UMass Boston will go with Lee, Powers, Sanchez, Sinelli, and Freeman, with Barnes waiting to check in at the next whistle. For Pine Manor, it's Rosario, Bell, Roberson, Hyman, and Gauss, the guy who just scored. 35 seconds left. The Meekins need to pick up the tempo offensively. Freeman from the block over Gauss. Can't finish. Rebound in and out of the hands of Sinelli. Lee draws the rebound. The teardrop too strong. Gets his own rebound. Up again. Able to finish. 2-point game. 23.6 seconds left. Roberson's the guy you want to foul. Sinelli gives it. And this is a huge 1-and-1 upcoming. Tank Roberson, the second worst free throw shooter out on the floor. Rosario's the guy you really want to foul. He's been struggling from the free throw line. But Roberson on the season came in at just a 63% free throw shooter.
And this is their guy. I mean, this is he's a 1,000-point scorer. He's the guy that's kind of led this team. We'll see if he can knock down 2 here.
Little bit strong, the rebound loose. Powers has it. The Meekins have a chance to tie or take the lead. Lee looking to go all the way to the right hand. Finish. 15.7 seconds left. We're all tied at 79. Rosario will lead the charge. They're looking for the last shot. No timeout coming from Rich Fozzie. Roberson has it, working against Lee. Roberson drives, loses the dribble, Powers to the ground, held on. We're going to get a Beacons timeout with 1.3 seconds left, and the Beacons will have a chance to win it. Western Connecticut State has their 5 out there. It'll be Green, Brown, Bynum, Sesmetskis, and Curtin. 4 bench players and the team's leading scorer. For the Beacons, Sanchez, Freeman, Kirksey, Barnes, and Cesar. Cesar to inbound. Sanchez is going to get double teamed. Sandwich there between Green and Brown. Green will step off as Barnes came over to help. Sanchez, the freshman point guard out of Salem, Mass, had the final 4 points in a 93-90 win over Western. All 4 coming in the last 11 seconds down in Danbury. Barnes thought about the step-back 3. Over to Cesar looking to drive on Green. Dished it off for Kirksey. Able to finish over a pair of Colonials. Cutting the deficit to 57-56.
Kirksey, so dominant down low with absolutely no size to him. I mean, such a great player.
7 points, all of them coming down low. Bynum over the smaller Sanchez can't finish. And a rare easy rebound for the Beacons as Cesar had no one around him. Sanchez leaves it off for Freeman from the free throw line, and one opportunity. We're going to see that one again.
Sammy Freeman will go to the line for 2.
Freeman caught that ball at the free throw line, leapt, and draws the third foul on Sesmetskis. So we'll take a look at that one as soon as we have it for you. Misses the free throw, ends up in the hands of Green. Curtin ahead of the pack, trying to take the lead right back, and he gets the benefit of the roll. 59-58, back and forth these two teams go.
Very high-paced game. We talked about it before. Not a large bench. You got to wonder if he's going to substitute some of the guys at the end of the bench.
Freeman out for Cesar. Thought about the 3. Had to pull it back out. Powers heads to the scorer's table with 10:25 to go. Barnes works around a Freeman screen. Long 2. Nothing but net, and the Beacons take the lead at 60-59.
Icer Barnes has really developed his shot in the last couple years. The last year, obviously.
Linden State College transfer, spent his first 2 years up in Vermont, joined the Beacons last season. The Beacons a chance to run, 3-on-2. Barnes dishes it for Sanchez, a bit out of his reach, has to pick up the dribble, needs help. Holding the pivot foot to Freeman and right back, 20 on the shot clock, under 10 to play. The Beacons holding a 1-point lead. Barnes, a nice job to find Freeman down low, can't quite get the dunk, but he forces the timeout, and the Beacons their largest lead in a while at 62-59.
Great ball movement by the Beacons to get that basket. Very unselfish play for Iser Barnes.
Going to take a timeout and look at the last 2 highlights that involve Sam Freeman. UMass Boston using their big man to take the lead right back. We'll take a look right now at 2 highlights that involve the Beacons senior forward. First, the Sanchez dish. Look where Freeman takes off from. A foot inside, and he draws the foul on the bigger, says Metzkes able to finish. This second one was just as impressive to me. Iser Barnes doing a really nice job of taking a good shot and making it an even better one. Dishing it down low, wide open Freeman. He wanted the dunk, couldn't quite get up high enough. And Sam Freeman has been the Beacons' best player here in the second half, up to 18 points at this point, with the Beacons leading by 3.
Seth, you see it all the time. Wide open, you want to slam it down, but sometimes you just can't get it in the net. Smart move by Freeman just to lay it on in.
And when you say me, you mean the players on the floor. I definitely can't get it in the net, especially not dunking. It's Green with it, working against Powers back into the game. He gets a piece of it. Perry looking for another basket. He's gone cold here in the second half. Barnes, the rebound, and then the travel. Got those feet shuffling a little bit before he got that first dribble off. For UMass Boston, turnovers have been a bit of a problem. That's turnover number 15. Western has only committed 8 of them. 9:28 to play. The Beacons leading by 3. Brown the inbounds, looking for the tie from Rodriguez. Instead, he'll take a long 2. Beautiful look from Rashard Rodriguez, who's been in foul trouble most of this game. Came into the contest averaging 15 points a contest. Sanchez working against Brown the full length of the court. Gets it across with 3 seconds to spare. Freeman from behind, stripped by Rashard Rodriguez. Brown has Rashard. Instead, he'll go near side for Curtin. Curtin dishes it off for Rodriguez. He's got 4 in a row, and Western has a 1-point lead.
Yeah, you said Rodriguez been in foul trouble. Very aggressive play right there. Almost a reach-in foul, but tips it out and obviously gets the easy basket.
Those are his first 4 points of the game for a guy who's averaging 15. Sanchez dishes off for Kirksey. The little floater can't fall. Powers fighting for the rebound. Curtin gets it. Western had players leaking out. Brown will find Rodriguez. Has the hot hand. Instead, he'll skip it to the near side. 3-pointer from the wing. Curtin well off the mark. Rebound in and out of the hands of Jouch Green. Sanchez over for Freeman, working on the smaller Brown. Powers around a player. Lost his footing, and he can't believe there's no call. Brown ahead for Rodriguez into the corner. Curtin looking for it again. This time he's too strong. Rebound into the hands of Green, and Kirksey's going to be called for the contact. 3rd on the Beacons with 8:11 to play. Western just utilizing that size advantage.
Yeah, utilizing that size advantage to get a foul on Kirksey. Obviously, there's no way that he could really compete for that rebound.
At the end of one up in Rutland, Vermont, UMass Boston men's hockey trails Castleton University 1-0. The only other game going on right now for UMass Boston, the track and field team at Wheaton College. Don't have any live stats or video from that one. That was the first foul on Kirksey, 3rd on the Beacons. Rodriguez leaves it off for Green over Barnes. Western makes it a 6-0 run and a 65-62 lead with under 8 to play. Sanchez loses it. Bynum's in a ton of pain. Sanchez nearly gets the steal. Green all the way to the hoop. It's an 8-0 run. We're going to get a stoppage and immediate timeout as Bobby Bynum, for the second time today, goes down in a ton of pain. The Beacons need an answer right now, trailing by 5. Courtside by head coach Christina Ball. Coach, not the greatest of first halves by any form of basketball, but you're very close, within 4. How do you get your team a little bit more aggressive offensively to potentially come away with a huge conference victory?
We got to take care of the ball. We have 15 turnovers. We should have that for the game. That's our goal for the game. So we've got to be confident with the ball in our hands, and we got to make foul shots. We got to relax, fully extend, and knock down a couple more foul shots.
You two came in as the top two teams in terms of three-point field goal percentage and second and third in most made field goals, and yet just one in that first half. Is that what these defenses are doing, or is that just neither team being able to knock down shots?
We're grinding, and right now I don't think there's so much intensity on the defensive end. Nobody's ready to catch and shoot. You know we have to guard 30 and 20 out way behind the three-point line, but we got to do that every night in conference. You got to defend the three. When we get over flares and don't get caught, we do a good job of that. And on our end, we're catching and dribbling. So we got to be ready to catch and shoot and circle behind.
Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Good luck in the second half.